Hey guys, so the beginning of something most times they say is the hardest. Like when you want to start something, beginning is the hardest part for most people. But I have an exception. For me, ending Songhai was the hardest. So you're welcome to week 5, my final week in Songhai. Woo! Yes, so this episode is about my final week in Songhai. Come with me, let me give you a breakdown. Hey guys, my name is Chick. I teach about agriculture and lifestyle in general. If you want to learn more about agriculture, how to go into agriculture, potentials in agriculture, do well to follow this channel, subscribe. Don't forget to click on that notification button, like and comment. Ejo, help me to rank. Alright, so without further ado, let's move on to today's video. So on today's episode, we'll be talking about Tales of Songhai episode 6, our final episode. Woo, hooray! Yes, so this is episode 6, week 5, my final week in Songhai. Man, it has not been an easy ride. Like, guy, it's not easy. It's not easy to stay in one place for 5 weeks. You're not cooking, you're buying food, you're walking, you're clearing grass up and down. Oh my god, for all the souls of the faithful people that were in Songhai. I applaud every of my classmates that went to Songhai. So yes, our week 5, we still had a unit that we're going to. Yes, and we still had another work. So this week 5 comprised of juice and jam, the food processing unit, feed meal, and pastries unit. So let's begin with the juice and jam unit. So basically they produce juice. Yes, so Songhai was at a point working to the level that they were actually producing juice, with producing soft drinks. So in their juice and jam processing unit, they produce pineapple juice and soya milk drink. Like the soya milk drink is actually very nice. I think that was actually one of the highlights of the whole Songhai. So basically, if you've been following my videos, I'll actually even leave a link to that particular video. Songhai have a pineapple plantation. Yes, not so big, but at least it is able to cater for their pineapple production. So they don't sell their pineapples out, they use it, they process it to juice. And the pineapple drink is, it's actually okay. I think that's one of the things that you actually like about Songhai, the drink, the pineapple drink and the soya milk drink. And it's cheap, it's cheaper than your normal soft drinks, except it has increased. So yes, so we went to that unit and they taught us of how they make the drink, though it's a bit of a crude method, like manual method. They don't really have machines of sort, or even when they have machines, the machines are not working. So just manual method. They manually cock the drinks, like put the cover, manually cover and things like that. Then talking about the pastries unit, they make meat pie and some small pies like that. They make plantain chips and things like that, just basic normal frying anyways. And that's like basically about the pastries unit. Then we have the food processing unit. Okay, this was one of our interesting units there, because when we got there, we were actually pounding akpu. Yes, we're pounding fufu. So basically, we processed cassava. So we got there and we saw that they had already washed the cassava, soaked it and washed it. So we had to process it. So this method that they actually taught us to process the cassava was actually a different method. On the norms, I processed cassava to akpu or fufu. But this method was a different method. Normally, I would after washing it, after soaking the cassava for like 3 days and washing it, I would tie it I'll tie it in a cellophane to cook. Like you for fufu you have half done, you have full done. So I'll tie it in a cellophane to put inside the fire to cook it to get my half done. And even if I want to do full done, I'll still tie it before I'll not pound it twice and put it back again. But you see these guys, know what they do? They wrap it, they roll it, as you can see in this video now. They roll it like a mold in their hand and they put it directly into the pot of water. It's actually a very good method because it helps you to save costs and it also helps to prevent some kind of diseases. You know that actually cellophane is not so good. Using nylon to cook is not so good. So
you avoid that whole part of using nylon, but last you still use nylon to wrap it, so last all of us will still die. All right, so basically they said this is called the Igbo method. This is how Igbo people make fufu. So they put the akpu directly into the fire, then they bring it out. So we're actually the ones that were pounding it. So they didn't have a akpu pounder or yam pounder, as you would call it. And that's actually what we did in the food processing unit. It was actually it was very funny. The woman there was actually very nice. And yeah, it was really funny. We were gathering firewood. It was like we were in the village. And everything, yeah. And when we even finished, like she even dashed us. She just gave us some fufu. I wasn't interested anyways, like because I hardly ate soup in Songhai. I don't want to purge. Now the last unit, the most interesting unit for week 5 was the feed processing unit, as the feed mill. Yes, so we're taught how to process feed. This unit was the feed mill unit. I think that was like one of the most interesting units for this for week 5 basically. So they taught us extensively how to produce feed, from the ingredients that you need to the rations that you put them. Then they took us to the mill on a whole, and they have that's actually one unit that is actually equipped and the machines are actually working. So we on the machine, that kind of thing, put it there, and they mixed everything. So that's actually very nice. But unfortunately, Songhai does not produce their own feed per se. They still buy feed for their beds. They don't produce to that capacity to provide feed for their beds, except it has changed. But when I was there, that's what I saw. And that was like basically about week 5. Then the highlight of week 5 was our feasibility report. So as I told you guys from the beginning, we did not just come here to do practical work. We also had lectures, and we also had to do a feasibility study. So as a farmer, you know that knowledge of what you are doing is important to the point of, especially when you want to get grants, when you want to get loan from banks and things like that. So they actually taught us how to do a feasibility study, and we individually, or no, sorry, as a group had to do a feasibility study. My group was given a feasibility study on fisheries, so we had to do a feasibility study on how to start a fish farm and the things that you need. Like, it was actually very nice. We're projecting millions of naira. I was like, wow, small people like us are projecting millions and that kind of thing. It was a nice experience getting to plan just like a business plan, basically. Yes, that's what we did. The business plan to show you how profitable the business will be. Then we also had a demo day, and let me call it a demo day. We had a demo day where you had to pitch your business idea to the farm director, and that's the assistant farm manager, Mr. Ramos Twali Baba. And then he made some corrections and things like that. So like that was the highlights of episode. So basically that's the highlight of week 5, and it was so sweet. For some people it was emotional, but for me, sorry, it was not emotional. I could not wait to leave that place. I could not just wait to leave that place. So that we did the feasibility study on Friday, and we were to leave on Saturday. According to one of my friends, man, it was like party upon party. Then we also had like a sent forth party that the manager did for us. Not necessarily a party, just cooked food. So we had banga rice and coconut rice with egg. I do not know why I did not snap that food. I did not snap the food. So yeah, so it was actually very nice. You know, one of the bookers cooked the rice, and it was nice. And then we set off to go back to Benin, where we are coming from, and yeah, and that was how our IT went. 5 weeks of work, stress, of whatever I want to call it, totally over. So glory be to God for good health. Glory be to God that snake did not bite any of us. Glory be to God that we came back alive. Glory be to God that yes, we did not die of hunger, and so many things to be grateful for actually. So Songhai is actually a very beautiful place. People actually use the place for retreat, because the place is actually, the ambience of the place is very cozy
and stuff like that. But just that lots of work still need to be done in that place for you to like come alive, you get. So this is the end of the episode, this series, Tales of Songhai. Woo! Thank you very much, guys. Thank you to all those that have followed me throughout this series. Special shout out, I really need to give this special shout out. Special shout out to my sister, like her name is Siwa. You can see her name on the comment section. She's always commenting on my videos. Thank you very much. Special shout out to Jonathan Chidebere. Thank you very much. He's one person that I've always been following, like back to back. It's almost like the first person that watch my video. Like, thank you very much, dude. Thank you. I really appreciate you. So guys, on to the next one. Just sit back. I have more interesting content for you guys. Sit back, relax, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out. Ciao.